I genuinely need the universe to explain. I'm over here ready to be wifed, though. I'm ready to fall so in love. Like, I'm ready to give someone serious babies. I'm 31 today, and no one is sitting across the table from me at dinner and holding my hand or telling me how beautiful I look or coming home and doing whatever it is that people do. It's unfair. It's ridiculous.
No, darling, I hate to break it to you, but what it is reality. The reality for you and millions of women just like you. And before I forget, I genuinely want to wish you a very happy birthday. I hope it went well. And I hope I'm not ruining your birthday by being the bearer of bad news. The bad news, sadly, being that the odds of you finding what you're looking for, that man to settle down with, that man to help you have babies, is probably somewhere between slim and none. Because the fact of the matter is, the majority of men, and especially the ones in your age group, the ones that you would want to, how you put it, wife you up, they're done. They have no interest in dating, certainly no interest in relationships or marriage, and even little to no interest in having children. That's the reality. And even if they did want those things, the odds are, and I don't mean to be mean by saying this, they're going to choose someone younger, someone who's more likely to be able to meet their standards and their needs. And I don't know your personal situation, but I have to wonder, how many guys in your 20s did you reject for not being good enough? How many did you friend zone? How many did you put on the back burner in hopes of finding someone better, only to realize that the smart women out there, the ones who didn't buy into the fantasy that there's a perfect man out there for every woman just waiting to be found? You know, the ones that only exist in romance novels or Disney and Hallmark movies? Well, as I said, those smart women didn't buy into the hype, didn't buy into the fantasy, didn't come up with an endless list of ridiculous demands and expectations of men. And because they were realistic, because they didn't have insane expectations and demands, they ended up being the ones that got wifed up because they showed themselves for what men are truly looking for: companionship, love, devotion, and being a true partner. Not some drama queen with the aforementioned never-ending expectations and demands. One who respects and appreciates the man and the relationship. Look, I get it. You were sold a bill of goods. Other women convinced you to believe that if you just went out and focused on your career, partied hard, ratcheted up a body count in the hundreds, if not thousands, that you would find true fulfillment, not just in your 20s, but for the rest of your life. And now realization has set in. Realization that while that may have been fun at the time, you're now ready to settle down, ready to start having kids, ready to be with someone for the rest of your life. The problem being, men aren't looking for women who've reached that point. The ones who, if I may be so bold as to say, are reeking of desperation. For men, there's better options out there, and that's who they're going to gravitate to. Again, I'm not trying to be mean, and I'm certainly not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm just pointing out the reality of it. I genuinely hope you can find that man that wants to settle down with you and have children. But I hope you realize that it's going to be tough. And I hope you realize that the men that are left, the ones that are available, have seen how today's modern women have become so demanding, so outrageous with their expectations, and unwilling to offer anything when it comes to a relationship. They want to take, but not give anything in return. That's where we're at in today's modern society. And sadly, it's not going to change anytime soon. Men have walked away. Don't expect them to come back, because while we may be slow to make changes, once we do, they tend to be permanent.